This is one of those things that just really absolutely sucks, dude, because the Steam Machine was supposed to be the thing that brought PC gaming to people's living rooms. It was supposed to take over your entire world and be the one thing that gets you away from consoles and sets you up for life as a PC gamer in a much easier to manage form factor and in a way that you don't have to mess around and tinker with all the stuff that you typically have to tinker with when it comes to a PC. I don't know, but you guys, I don't really tinker with my PC all that much, kind of like, you know, you build it and then you're just good to go. A lot of people seem to have issues and they're always updating their BIOS and all that shenanigans, but you don't have to do any of that. PCs are actually a lot simpler than they may seem. And if you're a PC gamer, you probably know that. Yeah, you have to update drivers, but whoop-de-frickin-do, dude. But the Steam Machine from Valve was supposed to be the I'm done with PS5 because I'm a Steam Machine guy now, or I'm done with Xbox because the Steam Machine has welcomed itself into my home and into my heart. And now that we finally got the price for this thing, it seems like that bright future is gone, man. It seems like that unless you got like $1,500 burning a hole in your pocket, $1,500 because I'm in Canada, that you're probably not gonna buy one of these. Because at a price point of $1,500 Canadian without a controller, it's a little out of most people's budget, especially for what you're getting here. When this thing was originally announced, the rumors on the internet were basically that the Steam Machine was gonna cost around $799-ish, something like that. And now that the official price has been revealed, and it's a lot higher than everybody has expected, we did get confirmation from Valve that it's priced roughly 35% higher than what they were hoping for. Which means that this thing probably was supposed to be around $1,000 Canadian, which sucks, dude, because that's so much more appealing to literally everybody. Sure, it's still expensive. It's still a premium product, you know? It's still like a luxury gaming device. It's a PC. PCs are expensive. PC parts are expensive. And they're only getting more and more expensive, which is literally why this thing costs as much as it does. And all of that is to fucking blame on those stupid fucking AI companies and people like Sam Altman and companies like Microsoft and Claude or whatever and all these fuckers that are just trying to turn everything into AI, and they're buying up all the memory, and they're buying up all the processors, and they're buying up all the GPUs, and everything sucks now because of it. We could have had something truly special here. The Steam Deck is a perfect handheld device, and everybody who owns one really quickly comes to the conclusion that it's one of the greatest, if not the greatest handheld device ever made. So if you can now figure out that type of hardware, but put it into a cube-sized form factor, and it can just live on your desk and be this great piece of hardware that is probably more powerful than anything that you've used, I mean, other than like a PS5 Pro, you got yourself a winner, man. It's just that price point. The price is too damn high. The price is just too high, or whatever that fucking meme is, but whatever, you know, stupid, who cares? But it sucks, man. It really sucks because this was gonna be one of those things that you were gonna be able to recommend to your friends, and you were gonna be able to be like, hey guys, you wanna finally play PC games, but you think PCs are too cumbersome and too annoying or whatever? Well, guess what, dude? There's a Steam Machine, and it's a great value, and it's a great price, and you can pick it up right now. And instead, it's like, I don't know. Do I get one of these things? Do I want one of these things? Am I overspending? Technically, yes, you are. You could probably build something comparable, if not better, if you really search for deals and if you really spend your time tinkering with things. And, you know, if you want to go through that whole process, you can. But Valve has said that they're not pricing this at a loss, and they're not pricing it as a profit driving machine for them. This is priced at the cost of components plus the cost of build. That's what it is. So yeah, you can probably build something comparable, but it'll cost you very, very similar dollars, and it won't be a Steam Machine. It'll be your own little rinky-dinky PC that maybe runs good sometimes, maybe doesn't, and you at some point in the future can install SteamOS on it, and that'll probably be great. But in the meantime, it just kind of sucks. And this is also leading towards a discussion of the future of games hardware, okay? We have Microsoft and Asha Sharma literally saying that the Helix is going to be internally rethought because right now they're having a memory crisis. They don't have the cost of components at the cost that they need them to be, so Project Helix might end up being like $1,500, $1,600 or more. Who knows at this point? Because they don't have those contracts locked in, so they're gonna be paying a premium. And yeah, sure, they could subsidize it through Microsoft, and that's great for them. And yeah, sure, they're gonna be making a lot more of these, so the idea is that they'll subsidize it even more with games sold and things like that, which Valve is not doing. They've already said, like, we're not taking a cut of Steam to go towards this thing. We're not taking a cut of games to go towards this thing. It's just a piece of hardware, and that's just what it'll be, and we'll figure it out. So Microsoft on one hand and PlayStation on one hand have this little bit of advantage when it comes to pricing of their next generation units, but it's still not looking good, man. This is the first generation where console prices have only gone up, where this many years in, we should be able to find a PS5 on store shelves for like $299. You should be able to pick one up without even thinking about it as like a gift for Christmas or something like that, because it's like, you know what, that thing's on sale and it's been price reduced and it's whatever, and now there's a slim version and all this shit like that. And we didn't get any of that, dude. I mean, we got a slim version, but we didn't get price reductions. We got price raises. For the first time, we've got price increases, dude. Everything is more expensive and everything is getting worse. So what can you think of for the future other than the next generation is gonna be the most expensive generation by far, dude, by far. No one's gonna switch, literally no one. There was potential to get people to switch with the Steam machine because you could get people off of consoles and into Steam ecosystem if it was a good price. But now what's gonna happen is it's overpriced. A lot of people won't buy it. They're probably not even gonna make that money realistically because they can't even get the components. They've already said that. Then for the next generation consoles, it's like, well, it kind of feels like PlayStation 5 generation has barely even started. We've gotten so few exclusives. And now you're gonna tell me that I have to upgrade to a PS6? Well, I just got a PS5 Pro. So how much more powerful is the PS6 gonna be? And then also, knowing from experience with the beginning of the PS5 life cycle, how many cross-gen games did we get and for how many years, dude? And now with the amount of people that are on PS5 being like 100 million people, and you're gonna release the PS6 at probably really fucking expensive is my guess, a lot of those people aren't gonna switch, which means that there's gonna be even less exclusives for a PS6 because why are you going to develop a game for a console that nobody's going to buy? Which means that that game is not going to sell very well, which means all the money that you're investing into that game is going to nowhere, and then you're probably going to shut the studio down, just like you did with Bluepoint. Hey, take all this money, take all this time, make Demon Souls. Oh, not that many people bought it because it's not really a system seller. Oh, you guys are done. And that'll happen on PS6. Unless you get something like Insomniac to develop like the Venom game or something is going to be like a PS6 launch title, maybe. And that will sell a okay amount of copies, but it's also a smaller game and it's developed with a smaller timeline, a smaller budget. So it's not as big of a hit. And the goal is technically, I guess, to just be a showpiece to eventually funnel people. But I don't think you're funneling anybody, dude. There's still millions upon millions of people playing on PS4 because they've had no real incentive to switch because basically until this year, everything was still coming out for PS4. So you didn't really have to switch unless you just really wanted things to run better, work better, and to play those, you know, the games that didn't come out, but most things did, man. If the idea with the PS6 is to be more of a hybrid system that is more of an open ecosystem that is going to have much more cross-gen, the only reason why you're upgrading is basically to play games that run better. It's not enough. At least with the Steam machine, it was like, now you're in Steam. Now you get the PC sales. Now you get the modding. Now you get all the user-generated content. Now you get all these other things, like everything about Steam. Everybody loves Steam. How could you not love Steam? So to get the Steam machine, now I'm in, now I'm locked in. Everything's better, basically. You have so many more options of where to buy games, of how to buy games, of how to play games, of how to access games, emulators, everything. But the price isn't right. It could have 100% competed with Xbox and PlayStation. 100%. It's just that price, man. And everything is coming down to the price. All the conversations about the Steam machine now are basically about the price. It's not really about how well it performs. It's not really about how it compares. It's just about, is the dollars worth it, dude? And it fucking sucks, man. This could have been so much cooler, such a huge hit if it came out a year ago, if it came out 2 years ago. If all this AI bullshit didn't happen, this would have been amazing, dude. I'm still excited for it. I put my name on the wait list. I don't know if I'm gonna go through with it, but I'm just in case. But it sucks, man. Give me a Half-Life 3.